going to kick the ball off. Warren is just a sophomore. He's awaiting the go-ahead from the officials. And he has it, and here is the kick. It's a short kick, and it will be fielded at the 21-yard line by Karst. He's over the 30, breaks the tackle at the 35, keeps his balance. He's at the 40, and he's down at the 43-yard line.
Excellent run by Dave Karst. He is a fullback, and he runs like a fullback. He got up into the pocket and bounced off a couple of people, and somebody tried to tackle him by the shirt, and he broke that, and he just kept bouncing, and it gives the Otters outstanding field position at their own 43-yard line.
And a good place to start with that first possession of the ball game. Cloquet will give you a 4-3 look defensively. And they do get their backs involved in the run defense. They commit when they see the run, or when they feel that they see the run developing, they will commit from their back spots and come up and challenge. Now Hoppen is going to be pushed back. He will get forward progress to the line of scrimmage, and there's Battaglia from the strong safety spot. They move him around a lot, Roger.
Well, without a doubt. You can tell he reads so well. They come with the 4-3, and that strong safety is like a monster back. He gets to go wherever he wants, wherever. And I'm sure he's, being the coach's son, has studied film of the Otters for many hours. So he's going to have a good feel for this offense.
Second down, and Hoppen and lost a yard. So second down at 11. They come out in the I formation. Erickson wide to the left side. Larrabee is the up back. The deep back is Hoppen, and he takes the pitch going wide, and he'll be tripped up at the 45-yard line. And another nice tackle defensively. Mike Ellen, the cornerback, on the right side.
They came with that toss sweep to the open side, and they really did a nice job of sealing the inside linebackers. Battaglia was blocked out, but their corner came up and did an outstanding job with an open field tackle.
Third down and 9 now. Ball just shy of the 45-yard line. Larrabee comes out. Arneson is in, and we'll see Arneson and Erickson both split wide to the near side of the field. The Otters have Hoppen in the lone setback. Certainly you would think of passing down here. Brimhall under center. And on 3rd and 9 from the 45, he'll drop straight back. He wants to go over the middle. Arneson is there, and it was behind him, and he couldn't quite control the pass. He got his fingertips on the ball, but couldn't pull it in.
Nice slant pattern by Arneson. He was open. He had his man beat by a couple steps. The ball was thrown behind him. He did reach back, got his hands on the ball, but it was too difficult to bring in for a catch. So forces the punt.
3 plays and out here, and the Cloquet offense will get their hands on the ball. Of course, Justin Arneson will punt it away. Buddy Erickson and Tim Battaglia are the deep return men. And we have a penalty flag, and Arnie hits this one. Battaglia backing up will take it at the 17, right sideline. He's over the 30, and then he's pushed out of bounds by Arneson at the 34-yard line. But a flag is down. We have a procedure call on the Otters.
The Otters were a little bit anxious. I would have looked at probably Cloquet may take this, because they're on the 35-yard line and had a nice return. So it'll be an interesting decision on their part.
They're going to decline the penalty and take the football at the 35-yard line. And Arnie did hit that one well, but a lot of times you hit it well like that, and it's a good return because you outkick your coverage.
Right, and that's exactly what happened. And on that particular punt, he caught it on the left hash mark, and the ball was more over on the opposite hash mark. So the field was more difficult to cover.
First possession of the game here for the Cloquet Lumberjacks. Rich Shimanek, a 245-pound senior, is their center. The guards are 250 and 220. Tackles are 195 and 240. Pretty much a senior-dominated offensive line. And Battaglia, the quarterback, he has motion from Mike Johnson, and Johnson will take it. He'll shed a tackle, and he will spin up over the 35 to about the 38-yard line for a gain of 3.
Kind of a slow developing play, very conservative. The slot is the guy that went in motion and ended up getting the ball about 3 yards deep and tried to break it up over the right tackle. Did get 3 yards out of it.
Mike Johnson, one of the captains on this team. Dan Brandt is another, and Matt Cullen is a third, and then the fourth is Tim Battaglia. Second down and 7. Staggered backs, and Battaglia pitches it out on the option, and it's picked up by Eric Blair, who will get the first down, and he will be tackled at the 46-yard line. But they had a lot of room on that right side.
They certainly did. There's your option. They faked to the dive back, and the defensive end for the Otters did a great job. He took care of the quarterback, but we had nobody on the pitch, and I noticed some great downfield blocking by Cloquet.
9-yard gain on that play. First down and 10. Lumberjacks on their own 46-yard line. Slot to the right. Erickson is wide to the right side. Handoff goes straight ahead to the fullback, and Jeff Crone will get a couple of yards, but the Otters plug that gap pretty well.
The Otters are staying in their 4-4 defense. They seem to prefer that. Caleb Rudnick from his linebacking spot is the guy that came up with the tackle.
Now Caleb's had a couple of good weeks for the Otters. Second down at 8. Ball at the 49-yard line. Under 9 minutes to play in the opening quarter. There's no score between the Otters and the Lumberjacks. Again, they stagger the backs in the backfield. The pitch out comes to the near side. And up over midfield to the 49-yard line goes Eric Blair. The Otters converge on him there. Hoppinen and Schoenhardt in on the stop.
Good job of defense by Charlie Schoenhardt. Cloquet comes with the quick snap out, and Charlie did not allow himself to get hooked, and he made that back turn up inside, and that's where your help is going to be, and that's where Hoppinen came in and came up with the tackle.
Third down and 5. Line of scrimmage is the Otter 49. Clock down to 8:15 here in the opening quarter. Hillcrest and Verndale played earlier today, and Verndale got some revenge from opening week. They beat the Comets 21-0 over in Verndale. Now Blair goes in motion. The handoff goes to the fullback. He will not escape. The Otters are all over him. Rudnick had the first shot at him. He slipped away. Rudnick stayed with him, though. And then you had Kildee coming on and Johnson coming on and everybody coming on.
The whole team. That's what you call gang tackling. Cloquet tried to run a little drop play, and the Otters were not fooled. Rudnick was coming on a stunt, and he met him 3 yards deep in the backfield and was kind of surprised that he was there, and so he didn't come up with the tackle, but he slowed the thing down to allow his teammates to get in on the tackle.
Fourth down and 7 in a punting situation. Arneson and Erickson are deep. And the kick by Lane is a high kick. Arnie has time to return it from the 17. Up the sideline. He's over the 25, 30, 35, and out of bounds by Battaglia at the 37-yard line. I have a feeling, Roger, Mr. Battaglia at the end of the game is just exhausted because he's going to be out there a lot.
Mr. Battaglia is a young man that can probably dominate a game. It's one of those rare high school athletes, but I think you're right.
I have another penalty on the punt, so procedure call against Cloquet, and the Otters, I'm sure, will decline that and take the ball at 37-yard line and get that offense back on the field. A couple of good running plays by Cloquet, but the Otter defense was able to shut him down and come up with a couple of big plays when needed.
Yep.
7:15 remaining in this opening quarter. There's no score between the Otters and the Lumberjacks. Second man through, Hoppinen still on his feet over the 45 and out to the 48-yard line. And what great balance shown by Chad Hoppinen. He's close to the first down. He's going to be about a yard shy.
Hoppinen came from the Otters came out in the double wing, and he was the right wing, and they came with a little wing counter where they faked the Karst up over the right side, and then Hoppinen took it up over his left guard, and there was an excellent hole right at the line of scrimmage to allow Hoppinen to get 9 yards.
Second and a yard now from the 47-yard line. And they go with the wishbone with Karst and Larrabee and Hoppinen, the setbacks. They fake. Well, Karst does have the ball. He faked me, and he's got the first down. He's got about 5 yards on that play. I thought Ben faked to him and had a little congestion on that second back, so I'm glad he gave it to David.
Well, David is running very hard. He had that opening kickoff where he was difficult to bring down, and this time with a fullback dive, and he basically was stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he just kept the legs going and bounced off of that first pile and got to the outside and picked up the first down.
Yeah, that's a character trait that all of the Otter running backs, I think, have this year. They all have that determined running ability like Hoppinen and Karst and also Larrabee. They're not going to go down on that first hit. They definitely are hard to tackle. 6-yard gain and a first down. And on first down, here's Hoppinen following the lead block, and he'll get inside the 45 to the 44. Got about 3 yards on that first down carry.
The Otters run out of the I formation and run the tailback blast up over the left side. They follow Karst up over the hole, and Batalia's in on the tackle again.
You can see why he was in on 20 or 21 last week, can't you? 5:40 to go in this opening quarter from the Fergus Falls football field. There is no score at this point as the Otters have penetrated Cloquet territory with the football. They have a 2nd down and 7, and they'll spread the offense out here with Erickson and Arneson wide to the near side, and Hoppinen the only setback behind Brimhall. He's held in to block. He blocks Battaglia. Brimhall throws it out here, and he overshoots his tight end, Cannon Kildee, on a little down and out pattern to the sideline.
That's one of the first times this season that we've seen the Otters go to their tight end, and Cannon Kildee
out there as the receivers on 3rd down and 7. Ball is spotted on the Cloquet 44-yard line. Teams kind of battling for field position here, feeling each other out. And on 3rd down and 7, Brimhall under center. Takes a snap, drops straight back. Steps up, in trouble. He's going to run out of the pocket. He takes it to the 42, and he's going to go down, and boy, did they recover well. It looked like he had some open running room, but you got to give a lot of credit to Sam Holman, the sophomore linebacker, who, once he saw Brimhall start to run, closed that distance in a hurry. The Otters are going to go for it here. It's 4th down and 5 at the 42, and now Cloquet is going to take a timeout. I think, Coach, you bet.
Because I think he's a young man that's going to have a great future.
I think George Steinbrenner kicks himself for letting him get away. 4th down and 5, and Brimhall brings the Otters up to the line of scrimmage. Each team using a timeout. The Otters go for it from the Cloquet 42. Brimhall in trouble, gets away. On the run, looks, fires up the sideline, in and out of Schoenhardt's hands, caught by Arneson, and ahead to the 16-yard line. Boy, Charlie Schoenhardt had it go off his hands. That ball was smoked, and Arnie was right behind him.
Good thing Charlie didn't catch it, because if he had caught it, he would come down out of bounds. He was right on the sideline, and Arneson was 3 yards behind him, and it's that old tip drill that you tell your kids, be ready for the ball on a tip. And fortunately for the Otters, Justin Arneson was there to get the tip.
26 yards and a first down at the 16. Leave it to Arnie to be in the right place at the right time, right?
Well, Arnie had run the fly pattern, and then on the scramble, he was doing right. He was coming back to the football, and Schoenhardt was running it down and out. So that's why they were in the same area.
Erickson wide left. The Otters convert a 4th down into a first down here, and now the handoff will go to Larrabee. He's got room, and he's collared as he cuts inside the 10. He was close to breaking that one, and he's down to the 7-yard line.
Larrabee has that great burst of speed, and he's at the right halfback spot, and he opened up like he was going to run around the right end. Instead, he came back and ran between his left guard and tackle, and with a hole at the line of scrimmage, he got into that defensive backfield very quickly.
2nd down at a yard. Ball resting at the Cloquet 7 with 3 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Otters on the move, having converted a 4th down pass play to keep this drive going. And now the handoff goes to Larrabee, reverses his direction, gets the first down, and he's down at the 2.
Running out of that wishbone, they ran a right halfback blast with Larrabee carrying the ball. At the line of scrimmage, he ran into a pack of people and was alert enough to slice it off to the right and found some daylight.
First down and goal at the 2-yard line. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, and the Otters are knocking on the door. Brandon Osland coming in from the sideline, replacing Brian Larrabee. Well, the Otters down in this situation, you go wishbone and halfback blast, don't you? Isn't that the...
That's what you call it.
Now, here we go. Osland is the left half, Hoppinen in the right half. It's a matter of which way they're going to go. They're going with Hoppinen, and Hoppinen will slide in between the blockers, and is he in or not? No signal. He's down close to the goal line, and he did not get in.
They're holding up about 6 inches. Hoppinen on that right halfback slot went with that blast, and he thought he smelt the end zone. He took a dive over a pack of people, but apparently came up 6 inches short.
2nd down and goal, and now Larrabee will come back in with the play. Minute 55, first quarter. Otters trying to get on the board first on a great night for football. Crowd is not what it was last week for Moorhead, but it's still a very good crowd here tonight. And now Brimhall, the quarterback, is going to keep it, and there's no signal. Yes, he's in for the touchdown. Brimhall on the quarterback sneak, and the Otters score first.
Good call. Very safe down there. You don't want to have a mistake. First of all, you want a clean snap from the center, and then you don't want to fumble a handoff to the halfback. So excellent call by Coach Link.
And now the Otters will tack on that 7th point with Luke Draxton out there, or attempt to tack it on. 1:36 left in the quarter when Brimhall scores from inside the 1-yard line. And Matt Johnson is out to hold. And Draxton booms it. And the score is Otters 7, Lumberjacks nothing. We'll have the first catch the ball after one of your teammates had touched it, unless one of the defenders touched it before it got to you. Kick to the 5-yard line, and it will be returned by Battaglia. He slips out of a tackle at the 20, and then he goes down at the 26-yard line as Tim Erickson got him.
You might know Mr. Battaglia is going to be the guy that's going to return the kicks and probably return the punts, and he's the man. He's the franchise.
Does it all. He was a receiver last year and a return man, and this year his dad, who's a coach, said, you're going to be the quarterback this year. Yeah, he grew about 3 inches.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 185 pounds. Nice-looking athlete.
Minute and a half to go here in the opening quarter. Erickson and Johnson come wide to the near side. And here's Battaglia with Johnson coming in motion. He fakes the handoff, wants to throw, lobs it up for Linder, his tight end. It's tipped by the defender, but caught by Linder, who's pushed out of bounds by Arneson. Well, that was just a lob pass, and Osland got a piece of it, but he didn't knock it far enough away. Linder was able to make the catch.
Osland was running stride by stride. Now Linder is 6'2", 230 pounds, and he runs like a tackle. But he had the soft hands. Battaglia laid it in there, and he knew what to do with it after he caught it.
28-yard gain on that play, so Lindner takes it into Otter territory to the 45-yard line. And with 1:24 remaining in the opening quarter, Cloquet will send 2 receivers wide to the left side. Mike Elena, who plays a defensive back for Cloquet, is wide to the left. Up the middle, fullback carries the football, and Jeff Crone will be stopped after a short 2-yard gain as Ross Johnson was there to make the stop.
Ross Johnson plays the down position over the offensive left guard, and he is one fine defensive lineman. He doesn't always get in on the tackles, but he takes on enough blockers to free up his linebackers to make the tackle. 2nd
down, 8. Ball inside the Otter 45-yard line. Receivers, 2 of them wide to the right side, and again staggered backs. Battaglia rolls right, throws, and it was short-hopped. That one was picked up but not cleanly. Erickson short-hopped it as Battaglia just didn't get much on that ball.
Well, he never sat. He kind of sprinted out to his right. He rolled out, and he tried to hit Erickson about 3-4 yards downfield right on the sideline, but he threw it on a run, and he short-hopped it.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8 now. And the Otters trying to defend with 5-man front out there right now on 3rd down. Battaglia rolling. Otters coming. Here's the pass. It's up high, and it's broken up by Arneson. Well, Justin Arneson with good timing on the near side. Johnson certainly was open at the moment when the ball got there, but it wasn't a split second later that Arnie knocked it away.
Now the Otters came with the safety blitz that time. Tim Erickson came in on a blitz as Battaglia rolled to his left, and they had nice pressure on him. But Battaglia left it up too high, and his receiver had to go out and stretch. And as he was trying to catch the football, Arneson bounced it out of his hands.
Terry Lane now back to punt for Cloquet on 4th down at 8. Ball on the 42-yard line. And the left footer kicks a low kick that will roll inside the 10. It will be picked up there by Arneson. He splits 2 defenders. He's up the sideline to the 25 and then dropped at the 26-yard line. That took some guts.
That's a risky play, because if you do not catch the ball cleanly down there, then you're in trouble. but it did have a nice bounce to it, and I think Arnie surprised them. Most people, the defense, I think, kind of let down, and all of a sudden he picks that thing up, and he gets that in very good field position from where he caught the football.
He had about a 16-yard return on that punt. So ball resting on the 26-yard line as the Otters bring their offense back onto the field, leading 7-0 over Cloquet on a 1-yard run by Ben Brimhall with 1:36 left in the quarter. And here's the handoff right up the gut over the 30 to the 31-yard line goes Karst for a 5-yard gain on that first down play.
Being a fullback in the bone, David Karst is just a true fullback. He's short, he's strong, he's stocky, he gets up into the hole quick, and the Otters are utilizing that fullback dive.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter here at the Fergus Falls football field. It's 7-0.
It's Heat Service Foods.
7-0 Otters as we head to the second quarter. Earlier today, Hillcrest lost to Verndale 21-0 over in Verndale. Comets' first loss in 3 weeks. They play at Underwood next week. And by the way, Underwood is playing Wheaton right now on our sister station, AM 1020, KJ Oldies. We'll get an update on that game for you as soon as we can. And also on KJ Country tonight, 96.5 FM, Mark Johnson with the Pelican Rapids Roseau game. And we'll keep you posted on that one as well. Otters sitting with 2nd down and 5 as we start the second quarter. Hopping and picking it through the hole on the right side, and he'll get the first down as he carries it out to about the 39-yard line. And just great second and third effort there, and a little help from his lineman.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets hit just about short of the first down, but just by strong determination of moving the legs, he picks up another 3, 4, 5 yards in there. Great running by Hoppinen.
It's a 7-yard gain for Chad, who has carried the football now 6 times for 22 yards tonight. Otters have run the ball 12 times and thrown 3 passes. By my account, they have 50 yards rushing, 26 passing for 76 yards. We are just underway in the second quarter. Brimhall, here's that bootleg after the fake handoff, and they will shut it down after a short gain, maybe 2 yards on the play. And Cloquet did a nice job defending Ellen to the cornerback on the near side, stayed home.
Ellen did not bite for the fake, and he stayed at home, and good thing, because if he steps in, Brimhall's got lots of running room. Cloquet sits in a 4-4 when the Otters go to the wishbone. They talk about playing a 4-3, but Battaglia comes up as a linebacker and makes it a 4-4.
2nd down and 8 now for the Otters. Ball resting on the Fergus Falls 42-yard line with a 7-0 Otter lead. Otters are 2-0, Cloquet 1-1. They come out in the wishbone again. And Brimhall fakes to Karst and drops back to throw. Lots of time, sets, throws for Cannon Kildee. We've got a penalty flag. Kildee was adjusting to the ball that was underthrown, and Elena reached back and grabbed his arm when he saw him start to move up, and the official was right on top of it.
He certainly was. He was like 3 yards away from it. The tight ends came out 5 yards deep, and then they crossed. And Cannon Kildee came from the right tight end position, and he's down on the sideline. But he was alert enough to realize that Brimhall was short-arming that, and so he tried to adjust to the football and come back to catch it. The deep at Helena didn't keep his eyes on the quarterback, and so all of a sudden his only chance was to grab the receiver, and naturally pass interference.
You know, I see a lot of that in the defensive backfield at all levels now. They used to be taught, you know, be looking at the quarterback, but now they're concentrating on the receiver and what he's doing, and I've seen a lot of people get burned that way.
Right, and that's usually a technique that they use if you play man-to-man defense.
Ball resting on the 43-yard line of Cloquet. It's a first down for the Otters. Lone setback, Hoppin, and Brimhall wants to throw. He sets, he goes for the home run ball. Erickson is there, he's got it! Inside the 5 to the 4.
Excellent route, excellent throw, and you know that if you're going to throw into a crowd with Tim Erickson being there, he's going to come up with the football. His timing was perfect, and of course he's got very sure hands and very strong hands. Just a fly straight down the sideline by Erickson. Brimhall throws it as far as he can.
38 yards on that particular pass play. And the Otters made no bones about it. They had one back in the backfield. They held people into block and just let them run. And Brimhall hit him, and Tim in traffic even, coming up with it. First down and goal at the 5-yard line. Back to that wishbone. And the handoff straight ahead. Down close to the 2-yard line goes Karst. He'll be just short of the 2, so it'll be second down and goal.
Karst on that fullback dive. The Otters really like to run over Ross Johnson and Andrew Horgat over on this left side. Of course, Johnson being their one returning lineman, and a very good one, and he is.
On second down and goal, Hoppen in the left half, Osland the right half in the wishbone. Brimhall scored the first touchdown on a keeper. Here's Hoppen off the right side, slicing back to the middle of the line, and he's short of the goal line, and not by much. Third down coming.
The Otters tried to mix things up a little bit by going to that left halfback blast over the right side, and Cloquet is big up front. When you look at 280 pounds on that defensive line, you're not going to move those people too far.
Yeah, their D tackles go 290 and 250. One of their defensive ends is at 240. And here we go. Third down and goal inside the 1-yard line. Brimhall kept it last time for the touchdown in this situation. This time they'll give it to Karst, and he'll hammer his way off the left side, and he is not in. He is short of the goal line again, so it is fourth down and a couple of inches here.
Karst had good surge.
Yes, he did.
And it looked like he was going to get in, but once again, Cloquet is coming up with a great defensive stand here.
And the Otters on fourth down and less than a yard, less than a foot. Will go for it here. Hoppen comes in with the play. 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go. First half. Otters leading 7-0, trying to tack on another touchdown. They're going to have to take a timeout here. They will take a timeout. Their second of every Otter football game. 8 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first half. The Otters lead at 7-0. Ben Brimhall on a 1-yard touchdown run with 1:36 to go in the first, and they're sitting now with fourth down and inches inside the 1-yard line as Brimhall brings them up after the Otters take the timeout. They are in the wishbone. Larrabee and Hoppen the halfbacks. Karst the fullback. Brimhall into the end zone. His second touchdown of the ball game, and the Otters are up 13-0.
Well, it's just a little convincing talk there by Coach Lank that, hey, boys, let's get the job done. We need points on the board, and that right side certainly did it, because they opened up enough of a hole for Brimhall to take the quarterback sneak up over his right guard into the end zone.
Well, they aren't the most exciting touchdowns in the game, but they're still worth 6 points, right?
They're 6 points, and nobody puts up there non-exciting.
That's
it looks like a 13 to me.
And now the Otters will look for number 14 as Luke Draxton comes on to kick. Well, Matt Johnson has a full-time job out there this year, doesn't he? Holder. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 8:13 to go in the half, it is now the Otters 14, the Lumberjacks nothing. A little later on here in the half. Now Draxton will kick, and Battaglia is deep in the middle. And Luke kicks it short, and it's going to drop inside the 25 and roll out of bounds. Experimenting a little bit.
Right. That's the first time we've seen him miss kick, and I feel that he miskicked. I don't think he was trying to kick it short, but it usually doesn't happen with Luke.
He's a little upset as he comes to the sideline. Threw his kicking tee down pretty hard. He works hard at his kicking, and he doesn't like it when he does miss hit. But you're right, I don't remember seeing him do that at all.
Nope.
35-yard line is where the ball will be placed now for Cloquet after the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the Lumberjacks have some work to do now, Roger. You've got to probably open it up here, and we did see him go to the air last possession a couple of times with some success. Two receivers wide left from their own 35, down 14-0. The Lumberjacks, and it's Battaglia straight ahead, and he'll pick up 5 before being wrestled to the ground at the 40-yard line. And it will be second down for Cloquet.
That was a decision made by Battaglia at the line of scrimmage. When the Otters getting that 4-4, if their down people are too wide, then he's going to take that on his own.
And you've seen that play, break for some big yardage at times, if that's the case, if you've got a good a quarterback with some good speed. And
oh, absolutely. It's an excellent play.
Second down 5 from the 40-yard line. Battaglia under center. Takes the snap, wheels, hands the ball off, and big stick at the 46-yard line as the Otters come up big with the tackle by David Karst.
Well, Caleb Rudnick came in from his linebacking spot. Karst plugged the hole, and Rudnick came in, and it was nowhere to go, running into a stone wall.
1 yard is being gracious here, a gain of maybe a half yard. It's third down and a long 4. 7 minutes to play in this first half. Battaglia fakes the handoff, rolls right, dumps it out here. It's caught, and it will be a first down up close to midfield. And just a well-executed play on the rollout and dumping that pass off to Jeff Crone out of the backfield.
Crone came out.
And the Otters lead at 14-0 on a pair of Matt Brimhall touchdown runs. Quarterback sneaks. Last one on fourth down. Here's a pitch out. Here comes a reverse. Johnson takes the handoff on the reverse. He's got blockers, including Battaglia, out in front of him, and Battaglia lays a block that springs him for the first down. And out of bounds he goes at about the 35-yard line, 37-yard line. And that was a well-executed play also.
Well, what made that so great was the blocking downfield. Both Tim Erickson and Hoppenden had read it, but Battaglia threw one of the blocks, and then a lineman threw the other one, and all of a sudden you found some daylight.
12 yards on that reverse, and the ball spotted on the Otter 38 with 6:50 remaining in the first half. Cloquet on the move with their offense. Staggered backs, Johnson in motion from the wingback spot. He takes the handoff, and he'll get about 5 or 6 yards before he's brought down at the 32-yard line by Ross Johnson.
Cloquet is doing a nice job of mixing things up right now. They've gone outside, they've gone to the short pass. Now they came with a counter play. And that time the Otters in their 4-4 were in a stunt, and they did not stunt into the play, they stunted out of the play.
6-yard gain, and it's second down and 4. Certainly Cloquet not showing any signs of being in a panic mode after getting down 14-0. The fake this time to Johnson. Battaglia rolling, pump fake, still has the ball. He's going to run with it, and he will be stopped, I believe, short of the first down by about a yard.
Oh, he's very close. It's going to determine the mark. He did a nice job on that rollout, tried to freeze those defensive backs. He's across the line of scrimmage, and he's still looking like he's going to make a pass out of it. And I noticed that anytime you try to tackle him high, he's going to spin immediately and try to break that tackle.
We've gone under the 6-minute mark, and it will be third down and less than a yard to go for the first. Ball short of the Otter 28-yard line. Fergus Falls leading Cloquet 14-0. Second quarter action. Second of 3 straight home games for the Otters. Homecoming next week. Got 3 receivers out wide, and Battaglia is going to keep it, and he'll get the first down close to the 26. I was questioning whether they were set over there, Raj.
Yeah, I was too. What they tried to do is take as many defenders with those 3 receivers as possible, and then come back with the quarterback sneak. But Cannon Kildee was right there to make the tackle. He almost tackled him for a loss.
But it is a first down now. Battaglia gets the necessary yardage. Elena brings a play in from Coach Battaglia. And with 5:20 to go in the first half, the Lumberjacks will go to that same formation. They'll send 3 receivers wide to the left side. And Battaglia has just a 1 running back, Crone, behind him. Now Battaglia wants to throw left. He fires it, a little slant pattern. It's caught at the 23-yard line for a gain of about 5.
Very short timing routes. He came in from the outside position. He just went underneath everybody and found himself wide open about 5 yards downfield.
Mike Johnson on the receiving end of that ball. In fact, 3 different receivers have caught the completions from Battaglia. 28 to Lindner, 9 to Crone, and now 4 to Johnson. Second down 6. They send 2 receivers to the right this time and have 2 backs behind Battaglia with 4.5 minutes to play in the half. Battaglia will give it off. And Eric Blair is driven back after he gets about a yard. The Otters really swarming to the ball, and Rudnick and Hoppinen were both there.
Great gang tackling. The thing I like about this defense is that they fly to the football. And if you see one maroon jersey there, you'll see 5.
And they like to hit.
They do. They do an excellent job. They react very well.
You know, I've never known a Phil Link coach football team that didn't hit. In Underwood, he had some teams that really hit. 3rd down and 5, and he stresses that. Under 4 minutes to go. Rolling right, Battaglia on the run. Fires, has his man. It's caught for a first down to the 11-yard line. Good read by Battaglia there. He was tried to make the decision as to whether he should run or not, and then he saw Johnson open and got him the ball.
Johnson just ran a 10-yard curl, and he was right in the seam, wide open, and Battaglia is, you can just tell, even though he hasn't played quarterback before, that he's just a very smart athlete and knows football.
And this has been a very impressive drive for Cloquet. Started on their own 35-yard line. They have run 10 plays, as Roger mentioned earlier on the drive, mixing things very, very well. 3.5 minutes left in the half, and a first down at the 11-yard line of the Otters, and the handoff is on the ground, and it is covered by the Otters at the 11-yard line. Fergus Falls football, as Brian Larrabee has come up with it.
Break for the Otters. Cloquet tried to come with a belly series to their fullback, and you could see that Battaglia, when he pulled it out, it was not a clean handoff, and I thought that he might be going in and recovering it, but Larrabee came up with it instead.
So the Otters will take over on their own 11-yard line. That's the first turnover of the ball game, and it stops what was a very impressive drive that Cloquet had manufactured.
That defense did it one more time, didn't they?
Certainly did. And now the Otters will line up in their wishbone from their own 11-yard line. And on first down, Larrabee cuts inside the tackler, takes it over the 15, and then gets another 3 yards because of that great balance that he has and the strength in the lower body.
He has really improved from a year ago, and he's playing like a senior and delivering like a senior. And that time, the first guy put the arm wrap in, and then Battaglia came in, and he tried to pull the football out of Larrabee's hands, but Brian, very strong with it, wasn't going to let him take it away from him.
So Larrabee has an 8-yard gain. And it's 2nd down and 2, just shy of the 19-yard line. Same formation, the wishbone. And Brimhall keeps it this time, and down he goes. He's going to lose a yard. And just good defensive pursuit, and they read that play well. They served the second quarter, and it's 14-0. The Otters have the lead. 2 quarterback keepers by Ben Brimhall to get in the end zone for the Otters. And on 3rd down and 4, Brimhall draws him off with his cadence.
The hard count, I think, worked.
Yeah, I think you're right, unless somebody moved on that offensive side of the ball, but I don't think so. The only penalty thus far has been a pass interference call against Cloquet. And now we've got an encroachment call against Cloquet also. And it will be a first down for the Otters. What a great spot to get that.
Absolutely. You got 1:53 to go here till halftime. And rather than risk having to punt, now the Otters have a chance to get a new series of downs. And
Tuttle with 1:42 remaining in this first half, up by 14-0. They've split receivers wide to both sides of the ball. Have just one setback. Hoppinen, and the ball's on the ground as Hoppinen fumbled, and I think he fell down on top of it. He did lose a yard or two on that play, but at least he covered the football.
He certainly did. Number 66 again is in that offensive backfield, and somehow we're going to have to put the stops on him. He's getting too much penetration.
Well, Raj, you got 1:10 left here in the half. You're up by 2 touchdowns. You're deep in your own territory. You've got some tremendous deep threats in Arneson and Erickson, and a kid who can throw the ball in Brimhall. Do you light it up here, try to get some more points, or are you happy to be up 14-zip?
Well, it's pretty tough to go deep. Take a look at how soft they are. You've got both corners are at least 8 yards off the receiver, and then the free safety is about 15 yards deep.
Well, Brimhall's looking to throw. He's rolling right. He's throwing deep. He wants Arneson. He's there, and he's got the ball at the 35. And he'll be tackled at the 33-yard line, and we've got a penalty flag. Back in the vicinity of holding.
You made the call, guy. And Arneson, if Brimhall could have thrown further.
Oh, defensive holding.
If Brimhall could have thrown further, Arneson was open. He had to stop like a Randy Moss for the football to catch up to him.
46 yards on that pass play. And now the Otters are within striking distance. Arneson has caught 2 balls for 72 yards. Erickson 1 for 30, declining the penalty.
Good move.
I think so. Ball resting now at the 33-yard line of Cloquet. And we have 37 seconds left in this first half. The Otters already lead 14-0. And right now they're almost in Luke Draxton field goal range.
They're getting very close. A couple trips down to the end zone here, and if you had time on one sideline thing, and bring on your field goal team.
They do have just 1 timeout remaining. Quick count, Brimhall to throw, looking left. He's got Arnie open at the 25. He makes a catch to the 20 and down at the 19-yard line.
Good down and out pattern by Arneson. Erickson ends up taking the defense deep, and Arnie comes underneath.
Well, the 19-yard line of Cloquet. First down, Otters. Brimhall brings the Otters up to the line of scrimmage. Arneson and Erickson to the left side. Hopping in the lone setback. Brimhall to throw. He steps up, throws toward the sideline, incomplete. Trying to get it to Arnie, and it's an incomplete pass.
Did a nice job. He was a great drop back pass, and he felt some pressure, so he went to his left, and as he was sprinting to his left, he tried to hit Arneson right at the pylon, and it was a little bit too far out of his reach and incomplete.
20 seconds left now. In this opening half, the Otters scored a touchdown at the 1:36 mark of the first on a 1-yard run by Brimhall and Draxton's extra point kick. And then with 8:13 left in the second, Brimhall again from a yard out on a 4th down run. Draxton's extra point kick made it 14-zip. And now a couple of big pass plays have brought the Otters down to the 19-yard line of Cloquet after recovering a fumble back on their own 11. Brimhall to throw. Pump fake. Now he's in trouble. Down he goes back at the 28-yard line. And now with only 10 seconds to go, they've got to stop the clock here. They don't have any timeouts. They're going to have to just throw it into the turf and hope for time to get a field goal. They're not going to have time. Now they're going to stop the clock. Official timeout. Brimhall lost about 8 yards on that play, the sack. They're not going to get a playoff, Raj. If they get one off, they won't get a field goal. 2 seconds. They want 2 seconds back on the clock. Coach Link is, I think he's saying, I don't know what he's saying, go to the end zone or maybe.
Okay, you ready?
2 seconds. Okay, there we go. 2 on the clock. Okay, Brimhall trying to get the lineman set here, and now they're going to go to the end zone.
Start
here.
The clock.
There's the snap, and he grounds it. Now Batalia's going, hey, you're telling me that didn't take 2 seconds? He grounded it, and there's 1 second up on the clock. You remember up in Cloquet, oh, that's it. That's halftime. They're going to say that's the end of the half. So the Otters will not get an opportunity to kick that field goal. as time has run out. Now Coach Link is upset. I know what he's thinking. Last year at halftime we had the same thing happen when they got points out of it. So now the time has been ticked off the clock. That's it. 14-0. Cloquet come to Battaglia. He backs up to the 2-yard line. Brings it up over the 5, 10, 15, and the Otter pursuit is on him there. Pushes him back after he reached the 16 or 17-yard line. And, boy, there must not have been much blocking there, Raj, because those guys were all over him.
Well, I tell you what, this special team, this kickoff team, has a lot of speed on it. And they get down here, and Cloquet tried to set a wedge right at the 15-yard line, and Battaglia, he just ran into that thing, and all of a sudden he's swarmed by maroon jerseys. That's probably as good as you can play your special teams on a kickoff when you're having the opponent start on their 16-yard line.
16-yard line to start the second half. Cloquet down 14-0. And they have Buddy Erickson wide to the left side. And the quarterback Battaglia will turn and pitch the ball out to Eric Blair. Blair going around the right side. The Otters cut him down. There's Rudnick again. And Larrabee, the defensive end, on the left side.
Cloquet opens up with a real quick snap out to the right side, and Larrabee, playing that defensive end, did an outstanding job by forcing that runner to go back in, and then all of a sudden your inside linebacker Rudnick's there to put the hit on, and he stopped him. I mean, there was no extra yardage out of that tackle.
Second down and 9, and now for Cloquet as the Lumberjacks had only 43 yards rushing in that first half. Ball at the 17. Johnson goes in motion, cuts behind the quarterback. The pitch out comes to the left side. They try to go wide with it. The Otters shut it down again as Blair is stopped at the 19-yard line. Arneson was there along with Schoenhardt. Or Erickson, I should say, and Schoenhardt.
Well, once again, your defensive end in play has improved so much in the last 2 weeks. Against Albany, we saw moments of very good defensive end play. Well, now we're seeing it on a consistent basis the way it's supposed to be played, and Charlie Schoenhardt once again came up big on that snap out.
Third down at 8. Johnson comes wide to the near side. Erickson goes wide to the right side. Battaglia under center. He has 2 setbacks. And on 3rd and 8, he'll drop straight back to pass. Sets, throws deep up the sideline, and the ball is going to be knocked away. We have a penalty flag thrown. And we're going to have some interference in the secondary. Must have been some contact there that the official thought couldn't be left alone.
Pretty light, but there was a little bit of bumping.
Calling it holding. It's been holding the jersey, or?
That's something I didn't see. I saw some bumping.
Yeah.
Oslin was running stride for stride, and then all of a sudden the ball was thrown, and Arneson put the Jets on and was over there to knock the ball down.
Well, it's the first penalty against the Otters, and it is a 10-yard mark-off, and it gives Cloquet a first down out at their own 29-yard line with 10 minutes and 25 seconds to play in this third quarter. Otters lead it 14-0. That was our halftime score. Now Battaglia is back in the shotgun with 2 receivers wide to both sides of the ball. Battaglia is going to run out of the pocket. He picks up 5, and that's it. As he's cut down David Karst with a nice open field tackle.
Karst and Rudnick met Battaglia 5 yards downfield. This is the thing that I think Cloquet is going to have to go to, just to use the athletic ability of Battaglia. He goes back and sprints and sees everything covers, and he scrambles out and picks up 5 yards.
They actually mark him close to the 36, so closer to like 7 yards on that carry. So second down at 3 with 9:50 remaining, third quarter. Battaglia dropping, throwing, a little down and out pattern, caught. Or did he? Yeah, he caught the ball. Johnson out of bounds.
Johnson just a very short route, 4 yards downfield, and the ball is thrown just as he steps out of bounds. A little timing route, very difficult to defend.
And a first down at the 40-yard line. They move the chains on the far side. 9:43 left here in the third quarter. Otters had a touchdown in the first quarter and a touchdown in the second quarter to build this 14-0 lead. Otters looking for their 3rd straight win. Cloquet won last week, beating Duluth East after losing the opening week to Proctor. On first down out of the shotgun, Battaglia rolling away from pressure, fires deep up the field, and he overthrows Erickson. It's an incomplete pass. Well, he let that one go, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Battaglia was flushed out of the pocket by Rudnick on a blitz, and he scrambled to his left, and then he unleashed a long pass and overthrew everybody. But the Otters had it well covered. They had two people there, and it would have been a battle if it was a catchable battle or a ball.
On second down and 10 from the Cloquet 40-yard line, the Lumberjacks down 14-0, 9:36 left in the third. And Battaglia this time comes up under center. Staggered backs, receivers wide to the right side. And the slot man comes in motion. That's Johnson. He fakes a handoff to him. Now he wants to throw. He fumbles the ball, and it's covered by the Otters. There was pressure from the backside. Schoenhart wound up on top of the ball. But some good pressure from the backside by the Otters.
John Anderson came up from his down position and flushed Battaglia out, and as he was scrambling to the left, his ball dropped out in his hand, and Anderson knocked the ball loose. And that defense comes up huge again, turns the ball over to their offense in great field position.
Second turnover of the ball game, and this is the first time tonight that either team has started a possession in the other team's territory. And the Otters, with a 14-0 advantage, have an opportunity to tack on some more. And here's Hoppinen. He was knocked off balance, kept the ball and kept up and still fighting down to the 20-yard line. And what a great run. And he paid for those 12 yards.
He certainly did, but boy, was that exciting to watch. He ran a little misdirection play. Hoppinen was a left halfback, and they ran a little crossbuck, a counter play. And he gets it up over the right side, and about 3 yards deep, he had to hurdle somebody, and then he lost his balance and put his hand down and got upfield and picked up the first down. Exciting running.
Great job by Chad Hoppinen. 12-yard gain gives him 35 on 9 carries. And the Otters have a first down at the 20-yard line of Cloquet with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Split backs, Arneson wide left, and Brimhall to throw. Pumps once, now to the corner. Arneson open, touchdown. 20 yards. The pump fake, and then Arnie headed to the corner, and Brimhall laid it right out there for him.
There's no way you're going to defend that one-on-one with Justin Arneson and his speed. And Brimhall, of course, has the excellent arm, and Arnie goes down about 10 yards on the slant, and then he breaks it to the corner of the end zone and finds himself wide out. Even Mr. Battaglia could not get involved in that one.
And now Draxton on once again to try to tack on point number 21 out of the hold of Matt Johnson. Touchdown comes with 8:56 to go in the third. Tim Erickson snapping. And here's Draxton for the 21st point through the uprights. And with 8:56 left in the third, it's the Otters 21, the Lumberjacks nothing. The Otter kickoff.
Yeah, they would like to break one right now and get some points on the board, or at least get it in great position. But you're going to have to see them now go to the air a lot more.
Arnie, 4 catches, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Battaglia coming up, takes it at the 8. Up the middle, 15-20, and slips out of one tackle and will not get away as the Otters are there in mass again at the 23-yard line.
Another example of gang tackling. That ball was kicked a little bit shorter that time, and that's why they were able to get it a little bit further out, but still inside the 25-yard line. And usually the rule of thumb is 30 yards, you've done your job. Anything less than that, you've done a great job.
Well, the Otters have done a great job 3 times.
Yes, they have, without any question.
2 receivers come out wide to the near side as Battaglia lines up under center. We've seen him in the shotgun on 2 or 3 occasions already in this third quarter, and I imagine we'll see him back there again. They're going to run on first down, and Eric Boyer will not get far. As Ross Johnson wraps him up, he got maybe a yard.
Ross Johnson came to play tonight. Once again, he's one of those down linemen, and you don't realize when there's 4 people in line of scrimmage, they usually have 2 or 3 people blocking you, but Ross broke through and came up with a tackle.
Second down, 9, line of scrimmage now the 24. Buddy Erickson wide to the left side for Cloquet. They also flank a receiver to the right. And Battaglia will roll to the right, sets, fires, and it is in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Mike Johnson, on the far side of the field.
Mike Johnson, the outside receiver, just ran it down and out. He goes down 12 yards and breaks it to the sideline. The ball was thrown, so he could have caught it, but he came up with the incomplete pass.
So it'll be 3rd down and 9 now. Oslin comes out. Dennis Anderson is in as a lineman, 5th down lineman here on a passing down, trying to get a pass rush. 3rd down and 9. 8 minutes, 9 seconds to play, 3rd quarter. Battaglia rolling right. He'll be trapped by Larrabee from the backside. And also John Anderson was in there on the play, and it's a loss of about 3 yards, and the Otters are just coming after him.
Yeah, Coach Link has decided the best pass defense is the rush, because he brought 5 linemen in, and then he also blitzed on the backside, and they came up with a quarterback sack.
And a loss of 4 yards on the play, so it's 4th down and 13. And it's a punting situation here for Lane. 7.5 minutes left in the 3rd. Otters lead it 21-0. They don't rush the punt, and it's a short kick. Erickson will field it, sidestep the tackler, and he'll be hauled down just shy of the 40-yard line. One of the Cloquet guys had a hold of the back of his jersey, and Tim, it looked like one of those cartoons, Raj, where you're trying to get away and your feet are moving, but you're not.
Yeah, you're right. 23, Lance Hughes is the guy that had him by the back of the jersey, and Erickson is saying, let go of me, let go of me. But Hughes was able to hang on to stop the punt return.
Now the Otters shortatory, and they lead it 21-0 and seemingly have it under control. 7:20 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Brimhall out of the wishbone, takes the snap, gives it off to Karst, straight up the gut, and he'll get to the 39. Tough sledding in there. He got about 2 yards.
Well, you keep running that fullback dive to set up other plays off of it, and who better to run that dive play than David Karst?
Titus Christensen will come in and replace Brian Larrabee as he brings the play in from Coach Link. And the clock has just gone under the 7-minute mark in this 3rd quarter. The Otters have scored 7 points in each of the first 3 quarters to build this lead. 21-0 was the final earlier today. Verndale over Hillcrest. Now Brimhall, play action pass. He looks right and underthrows Christensen as he tried to hit him at the 30-yard line on a down and out pattern.
The pass play by Brimhall was short, but I'd rather have it short than long, because if it's overthrown, then you're looking at interceptions. That time, Titus Christensen tried to come up with a miraculous catch, but it was way too short to even attempt it.
Otters now with 3rd down and 8, 6:41. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Otters have thrown for 144 yards on 5 catches. So they're averaging about 28 yards of reception. One setback. Here's the pitch out to Erickson from the end spot, and he's going to take it on the end around and get the 1st down and inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. And I've just got a notion here, Raj, that if Tim Erickson were a running back, he'd be a pretty good one.
Yeah, you're right. Tim is a great athlete, and he has good football sense. Took the pitch on the reverse play. They faked the Karst, the fullback, and Erickson, who was a left flanker, comes back on the reverse and gets a pitch. And once again, he just good choices on reading blocks and making people miss. And like you said, he would probably be a very good running back.
Well, a 15-yard gain on that carry. Ball down to the Cloquet 24. Fresh set of downs here as the clock ticks down toward the 6-minute mark. Brimhall gives it off to Karst, that fullback dive again, and he'll take it ahead to the 20-yard line for a gain of about 4.
Tough yards. But that's the type of game that Dave Karst likes to play. He's a tough football player.
Dave is one of the homecoming king candidates, along with Ryan Carlson and Dan Olson.
You don't know those two guys, do you?
I do, pretty well. They're both from our neighborhood, actually.
They're right from our neighborhood.
Yeah.
2 fine young people. 3. David's a fine young man, too.
You bet. There's Here's a pitch out left side. Karst, the lead blocker this time, and Hoppinen follows his block and gets down to about the 15-yard line. Not only did he follow the block, but he also kind of did a little leap over a defender as well.
There were two great blocks that time. Justin Arneson came on a crackback on the corner, and the timing of that has to be perfect because that guy has to turn, and then just as he's turning, you give him a good wallop in the chest, and Justin timed it perfectly. And then David Karst threw the other block.
Jake Reed threw one of those last week, if I remember right. You know, that's got to feel good.
Yeah, I can remember Doug Rogers, that was about 5'6", 130 pounds, was the best crackback blocker that I can remember.
3rd down and 2. Ball spotted at the 16, and Brimhall did it again. He drew the defense off side, I do believe. Unless we had motion on the Otters, but boy, they were jumping. It is going to be a procedure call, isn't it? No. Okay, I thought the official on the far side was giving us the procedure call, but it is an offside encroachment call against Cloquet, so it's another Otter 1st down. That's twice we've earned a 1st down that way.
You bet. Another gun that you can use at the right moment. You can't do that constantly, but if you pick your spots, then you get that defense. If they're not really concentrating and intense, they will jump into that neutral zone and cause that encroachment.
Where the ball is spotted, the Otters, it would be possible for them to get a 1st down without getting into the end zone. They're shy of the 10-yard line. They come out in the I formation, and on 1st down, Brimhall fakes the handoff, rolls right, under some pressure, has the ball, throws it back over the middle, and it is in and out of the hands of David Karst. Boy, that would have been a beautiful touchdown play, and he was open, and the ball was just a little low.
Yeah.
Tough pass.
Oh, absolutely. He ran the bootleg, and Karst, being the fullback, of course, goes up into the line, and then he goes right over the middle, and as Brimhall is scrambling out there, Christensen is double covered on the outside, but David Karst finds himself a soft spot. Ball's delivered, and David would like to have that back.
Yeah, it was a catchable ball. It was low, yep, but catchable. 2nd down and 10. 4:17 left, 3rd quarter. The Otters have a 21-0 lead, and they're threatening to add more here. The handoff will go to Hoppinen, and Hoppinen will be stopped short as he gets a yard to the 9.
The Otters are eating up valuable time. Got excellent field position. They're very much in control of the football game.
And under 4 minutes to go now in this 3rd quarter as Tim Erickson brings the play in. It's 3rd down and about 9. Tomorrow the Spartan football team is in action. They are at Ridgewater Community College in Wilmer. 1:30 kickoff, 1:15 pregame on AM 1020 KJ Oldies for the Spartans and Ridgewater. Now Brimhall to throw. 3rd down and 9, rolling, firing, open, touchdown. And the Otters get another touchdown. That's Jacob Drevlo, the tight end on the right side.
Yeah, it's Jacob Drevlo, the tight end on the right side. He goes down on a down and out. They had 3 receivers out. And this is the first game that Coach Schlenk has allowed his tight ends to go out on the pass route. And what excitement for Jacob Drevlo. It's his first touchdown.
9 yards on that pass play. And the touchdown comes with 3:28 to go in the 3rd quarter. And now Luke Draxton trying to make it 28-zip. Brimhall's 2nd touchdown pass. He has run for 2 and thrown for 2. Good snap, good placement, good kick, and with 3:28 left in the 3rd, it's the Otters 28, the Lumberjacks nothing. The Fergus Falls kickoff in 30 seconds. With me are asking, you know, are the Otters a prep bowl type team? And yeah, I'd say they are. They've got all the elements. You know, they can be there just as well as anybody else. And there's one of the reasons. Touchback. Draxton booms it into the end zone.
But you look at all aspects of the game. You've got the kicker, you have the punter, you have the quarterback, you have the receivers, you have the running backs. That just everything's there. The line is delivering. I mean, you take somebody like Ross Johnson that played a little bit last year, and everyone else is new. When's the last time they had a holding call on a pass play?
That's right.
So they are really performing at the top of their game.
Yeah, the linemen with a question mark coming into this season just because they didn't have the varsity playing time. It's not that they don't have the ability. They just didn't have the experience at the varsity level because of the guys that were here last year. And, boy, they have come through and just done a great job. Battaglia is going to keep it straight ahead up over the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Smart play. It gets them some yardage, but it's not going to get any points on the board when you're 28 points down and you have a quarter and 3 minutes to go. I'm not sure that's going to break the touchdown.
Yeah, you got to start airing it out a little bit here.
Yep.
Second down at 4 now. 3 minutes left third quarter. Otters 28, Cloquet nothing. Next week, Crookston here for homecoming night. 7 o'clock kickoff. Battaglia, the run a little option here, and he pitches as he's going down, and they had it covered that time, Raj. Covered both the quarterback and the pitch man.
They certainly did. Larrabee, of course, being the defensive end, his number is number 2, and he did his job, but I thought Battaglia did a great job getting that pitch off, because I thought he was going to go down, and he made an excellent pitch, and of course the corner, Dave Karst, was right there to make the tackle on the pitch guy.
And I think Eric Blair, the pitch guy, was maybe a little surprised that he even got the pitch, because I think he thought Battaglia was down.
Right.
Third down and 4 now from the 26-yard line. 2:15 to go in the third, and Battaglia will drop back to throw. Fires a little down and out route right by the chains. Good coverage again on the far side by Karst. Lindner, the tight end, made the catch, and I think he got the first down.
I think he did too, but it's very, very close. The tight end just went down enough to get the first down, and the ball was thrown right at the out-of-bounds line. Dave Karst was right there to come up with a tackle, though. Dave's had a very fine football game tonight.
This year, Rod, this whole year is going to be a tough year for quality player of the game, I'm afraid. You know, there's so many guys who are playing well every game.
Yeah, you got that right.
Wide left comes Buddy Erickson. Slot man to the left as well. Staggered backs behind Battaglia. First down from the 30-yard line. Under 2 minutes to play. In the third, here's a little crossbuck action, and Blair is knocked flat after he gets a yard or two, and it's Anderson and Rudnick there to make the tackle.
They tried to run a little counter play, and John Anderson, who was the other down lineman with Ross Johnson, was there first, and Rudnick was there to finish the play off. Great tackling by the defense.
I want to share a number with you, Raj. 9 rushes in this third quarter, 6 yards.
Speaks for itself.
Certainly does. Second down and 8. Defense is doing the job. The quarterback, Battaglia, running that option, and he is going to be nailed for a loss on the play as Charlie Schoenhart was all over him.
That's what a defensive end is supposed to do. On the option play, he tackles quarterback. We saw Larrabee do it when it went right, and now we see Schoenhart do it when it goes left.
And it is third down and 10 from the 30-yard line with 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Oslin comes out, and Dennis Anderson is in that passing down, wanting to get 5 down linemen to put a little extra pressure on the quarterback. 3 receivers to the right. And on 3rd and 10, Battaglia will take a straight drop back. Here comes the blitz from Rudnick. He fought right through the blocker. The ball up the sideline, and it is incomplete. But Rudnick just mowed the back down and ran into the quarterback as he just had thrown the ball.
Did he? He's fun to watch on the blitz. He came that time right off of his left defensive end, and he just bulldozes people over. And they threw into double coverage. He had David Karst on the underside, and he had Justin Arneson on the backside. Pretty tough to complete a pass in that kind of defense.
Lane is going to punt now with 25 seconds left in the third. The line of scrimmage is the 30-yard line. Otters lead it 28-0, and they'll be getting the ball back in decent field position. High punt. Fair catch, signaled for and made by Arneson, and a penalty flag flies because one of the Cloquet players was right on top of him. He didn't really hit him, just kind of brushed up against him.
Yeah, it's kind of a deal where he just goes up and taps him. And personally, I would feel better if the official had just put the flag back in his pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, and Justin, you know, the fair catch signal was a little quick there.
Yeah, it was, but anyway, you have to live with it.
Yeah, the rule reads any contact.
Any contact, that's exactly right.
So they'll mark some yardage off.
Oh, they're going to call a poor fair catch signal.
Oh, okay. Well, I agree with that too. Arnie was real quick at that, hesitating, and Phil Link will be a little miffed at this. There was definitely contact, not aggressive contact, but there was also a very weak fair catch call. Now I think, are they giving?
Who knows? It was a little weak. Nobody got hurt by it. Let's play football.
And the ball is right where it should be. First down at the 43-yard line. So maybe they're monitoring our broadcast here. Ball on the 18-yard line. Otters come out in the wishbone. And the handoff will go to Karst right up the middle. And Karst carries the defense with him into Cloquet territory to the 49-yard line for a gain of 8.
The thing that's happened here is now all of a sudden you've got the Otters going to be 3-0, and you've got everybody here scouting, and the Otters are showing that they can do the run. I mean, everyone is performing so well that it's going to make it tough for those scouts to go back home.
You go back home and they say, where are they weak? And you quarter. The Otters at 28-0 right now over Cloquet. We'll have some score updates to pass along to you in just a moment. Running out of that wishbone, and a big hole, and it will be a first down all the way to the 40-yard line. That's Trent Scheidecker carrying the football. We're going to see a lot of subs here.
Trent Scheidecker, a sophomore. They run a fake to David Karst, and that's what that fullback dive does to you. You give that ball to David Karst enough times, and they have to honor it. Well, you do a good job of faking that, and then it's going to open it up for Trent Scheidecker, who ran it off the right tackle.
Trent is a sophomore, 155. Wears number 21, and he gained 9 yards on his first carry. Ball at the 40-yard line of the Cloquet Lumberjacks. Brimhall takes the snap, gives it off, and this time there'll be a loss resulting on the play. Scheidecker will lose about 2 or 3 of the yards that he just gained.
Well, Cloquet did a nice job. They just didn't give them any seam at all. So Scheidecker was supposed to run off tackle, and all there is white shirts there. Nowhere to run.
Second down and 12 from the 42-yard line. We're in the first minute of the final quarter. The Otters scored 7 in the first, 7 in the second, and then 14 in the third to take this 28-0 lead. Karst busts it, and that dive, and he's into the secondary, and he's down at the 20-yard line. Just a matter of time when you keep pounding it like that, isn't it, Rod?
Yep, exactly. David is very short, very muscular, very quick, and he gets up into that hole so fast that all of a sudden he's going to break one of those this year. He almost did it on that play. 22-yard gain on that play. And he has 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries. Nice to get 6 yards a pop on the average out of your fullback in that play. Under 11 minutes to play in the ball game as Brimhall brings them up, and now Karst has come out at the fullback spot, and the handoff goes to Hoppinen. Hoppinen breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line for a gain of 6. Hoppinen has matured as a running back also. He has that ability to read blocks well. He has ability to make people miss, and he has that second effort. I think that every game he's getting better and better by leaps.
Larrabee was lining up as the fullback with Karst out. And now Scheidecker's coming back in at that halfback spot. And I think we're going to see Brandon Gold start to loosen up on the sidelines here, take some snaps. Brimhall out of that wishbone, hands it off to Larrabee. He's inside the 10 and down to about the 8-yard line, and it will be an Otter first down, and a nice run by Larrabee once again.
Yes, it was. A little right halfback blast by Larrabee. Larrabee has the quickness and the agility to it, so their running back stable right now is pretty strong. The key right now is to keep Brimhall healthy. If Brim goes down, then it's going to be a big adjustment, but we're not going to talk that way.
Nope, it's It's a great night. We don't want to even think about that. You know, we've talked about it a lot. A key to any successful season for a team is injury situation, staying away from it. Karst will keep it this time inside the 5, down to the 4. He gets about 5 yards on that play, and it will be 2nd down and goal.
The Otters just running at will right now, running out of that wishbone. You got 9.5 minutes to go, and they're taking their time. There's no rush. Game is well in hand.
Hopping in, Scheidecker out. And this Otter football team has gotten better and better. Now, since think of the first half of the Albany game. Quite an improvement to the second half, and a great improvement to last week. And now this week they just keep improving, it seems, in all areas. Karst hammers his way up the middle, and he will be in for the touchdown. There was no denying David Karst that time.
No denying David Karst, and David Karst earned to get that touchdown because he's played one whale of a football game, both on the offensive side and the defensive side.
And with 9:04 remaining in the game, Karst adds 6 points to the Otter total, makes it 34-zip. And the Otters will look for number 35, Luke Draxton, out of Matt Johnson's hold. And looks like we're missing someone. Missing a lineman. And let's see if they can get it off here without the flag being thrown. I think they will. Plenty of time. No. Of course, I could be wrong. Here comes the delay of game. Pushing back 5 yards, and again, that may be better for a kicker like Luke. I don't know.
Well, if this happened, you know, in a game in the playoffs or whatever, he's going to have that comfort level of knowing that he's capable of doing it, and so it really doesn't make a big deal for him.
And here's Draxton's kick, and it's through, and it's 35-0. The Otters lead it with 9:04 remaining in the game, and we are back with the Otter kickoff.
Called by your body.
Well, now this is going to be a challenge. This is a 40-yard extra point from the 30-yard line. And Luke certainly got the leg for it, and hey, nothing to it, right?
With yards to spare.
That'd have been good from 50, you know?
That would have been good from 50.
Now. And on first down, Battaglia, quarterback in the Cloquet offense, will look to throw. He pumps once, now drops back, dumps it over the middle, tipped, and it is almost intercepted. Problem there, Roger, you had too many guys around the ball.
He certainly did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cannon Kildee is a guy that batted the ball up in the air, and he kept his wits about him, and he wasn't going to catch that thing. You know, I thought it was intentional on his part, but there's too many Otters that got in his way.
A couple of different Otters touched that ball, but couldn't hold it. 2nd down and 10. Otters have recovered 2 fumbles in this game. They are the only 2 turnovers in the game. One of them led to a score. Recovered it on the Cloquet 16, or Cloquet 32 rather, and 2 plays later it was in the end zone. A little dump pass over the middle of Johnson. He sidesteps the tackler, and he'll pick up yardage 7 in the 4th. And West Central area, after 3 quarters, leading Agassiz Valley 34-14. And Mike Frisch has a nice team down in the West Central area. Battaglia down. He is sacked. He is going to lose the yardage that was just gained on that pass play. And Charlie Schoenhart, the defensive end on the right side, well, he was there before Battaglia could even turn around.
Yeah, he certainly was, and he did a great job of wrapping his arms up. Battaglia couldn't get that arm loose and try to throw the football, but Charlie comes in at 6'3", 200 pounds, just the exact size that you want your defensive end. Brian Larrabee on the other side is a little bit smaller, but he's got the quicks and plays the position very well.
4th down at 11. Lane will punt. Erickson and Arneson are deep. Got a penalty flag. Yeah, they're not going to let him kick it this time. They're going to move him back 5 yards, head motion. Seems like the kicking games, that's where we've been having the penalty flags, Raj.
Yep, they're just not getting set. right now, both teams have kind of lost their focus here, and it's starting to show.
Yeah. And we'll do our best here at picking up at least the Otter reserves who come into this game, because I would think the last 7:20 of this game we're going to see a lot of them, a lot of reserves out there, and that's great. Kick taken by Arneson at the 47-yard line, heads to the far sideline, and he shakes a tackle over the 50, 45, 40, 35, still on his feet, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Well, we knew it was just going to be a matter of time before Mr. Arneson would break one. He's got fantastic speed. He took the ball on the left half smack, outran everybody to the right sideline, got hit on about the 35-yard line by two people, busted out of that seam, and then went in untouched into the end zone. Very exciting young man to watch.
53-yard punt return for a touchdown to make it 41-0. Arneson with his second touchdown of the night. He caught that 20-yard touchdown pass in the corner of the end zone earlier, but this one, an electrifying 53-yard punt return. Showed his speed right away. He had to outrun a couple of pursuers to get to the sideline. And now Draxton makes it 42. And with 6:59 remaining in the ball game, the Otters have it well in hand. It is 42-0. We're back with the Otter kickoff in a minute.
The voice on the...
Also.
Yeah. And Luke will kick off from the 40-yard line. We still have 6 minutes and 59 seconds to play in this game. Otters have Crookston coming in next week. Homecoming week. And their third straight home game. And it's picked up at the 1-yard line by Erickson, and Erickson will return it. Buddy Erickson out to the 20. So again, the Otters pin them deep.
Yeah, Mr. Draxton had 5 white shirts chasing him right out here in the middle of the field. The action is about 30 yards back from that. That's okay. He came off. But that was funny. There's 5 of them that threw out after the kicker.
What a life, huh? Being the kicker.
What a life. I tell you, there's a young man that's going to have a future for himself.
Absolutely. Yeah, he has worked diligently for years with his dad and with Matt Johnson was holding for him. And he has propelled himself into the elite kicker category in high school football. I mean, anywhere.
That's right. Not only in the state, but
anywhere.
Anywhere.
And he will get some recognition, there's no question. The pass up the left sideline, off the fingertips of the intended receiver. That one was almost completed for a big play.
The big tight end went down and on a stop and go, and he had Mr. Scheidecker on the defensive side, and he's very happy that that was overthrown.
Not by much.
Not by much.
On the near side, we've got Kurt Rosendahl out there at a defensive back spot.
Matt Schrader, number 35, came in on the corner on the right side.
Jeremy Cassette, one of the down linemen, sophomore, at a tackle spot. On second down, Battaglia rolling right, pump fake, now sets, and he will be, just about sacked. He got away. The pass upfield. Nice catch coming back for it. The receiver at the 45-yard line did a nice job to get back inside the defenders.
He certainly did. Both players performed extremely well. He had the quarterback, Battaglia, who scrambled out of a sack, and then you had number 20, Eric Blair, that came back onto that ball that was underthrown. Actually, I thought Tim Erickson was going to come up in the intersection, but Blair was more aggressive to the football.
35-yard gain for Eric Blair out to the 45, and with 6:20 left in the ball game, Cloquet has a little movement on the left end. Reed Motter, number 46, lined up at a defensive end spot on the near side.
25 came in as inside linebacker, Jacob Payson. Now we got 28 coming in, Jarvis Glass.
Titus Christensen playing a little D-back out there right now. He's been primarily receivers and not played a lot of defense, or any defense that I know of this year. So Battaglia now, first down and 15 after the motion penalty. He'll roll right and throw. It is caught by Johnson, and he will go down at the 45-yard line. Initial contact by Rosendahl.
Rosendahl, who comes from the family that likes to go to the mats.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's got to be a plus when you're out there trying to make tackles on the football field. They have that training.
A little takedown technique.
Absolutely. 5-yard gain on that play for Mike Johnson. So now it's second down and 10. They got the five back that they lost on that penalty. Pitch out, and then they reverse. They give it off to Johnson, and Johnson takes it to the 50 and ahead to the 46-yard line. He'll be shy of the first down, but that play has worked well a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, it has. They do a nice job of executing it. And the key that time is they had all their blockers out on the wide side, and the ball carrier cut her back into the middle of the field where the Otters were pursuing.
And it brings up third down at a yard now with 5 minutes remaining in the football game, and the Otters well in control, 42-0 over the Cloquet Lumberjacks. Three receivers right. And the quarterback will keep it. He'll get the first down, takes it ahead to the 39-yard line. We saw them use that formation earlier just again to draw some defenders away from the middle of the field, so Battaglia has more room to get the first down.
Well, that's a good call. Keeps the ball in possession of Cloquet. Payson came up from his linebacking spot and did a nice job of tackling Battaglia.
Ken Kildee is still out there at his linebacker spot. Two receivers left. They come out in the I formation. Crone is the up back, and they're going to throw a little swing pass out here for Blair, and it's incompleted.
Well, Blair flared out nice, but then he forgot to keep running. I thought that the quarterback might be throwing a lateral there, but he did throw it in front of his receiver, but the receiver, Blair, didn't turn on the jets. So fell incomplete.
Sophomore Ryan Hendrickson in at a defensive end spot. And is it 84? Is it Dustin Kitzman on the far side?
I believe you're right. Another neighborhood boy.
That's right. Another fine young man. Second down and 10 from the 40. They fake the reverse this time, and it will be kept by Blair to the outside, and Titus Christensen ropes him down at the 25.
A little razzle-dazzle here. Keep the fans in the stands excited. Did a nice job of deceiving that reverse. We have number 73 coming in. 73 happens to be Justin Johnson, who's a brother to Ross Johnson.
Ball down at the 26-yard line. Give Blair 14 yards on that carry. We're ticking down to the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Motion by Johnson. He's going to throw it. He wants Battaglia, but the Otters stay on him, and he just heaves it for Battaglia. There's coverage there, and it is incomplete.
Excellent coverage. That's where Battaglia played last year, was as a receiver, and he got pretty excited that he's going to get a chance to go out, but the Otters did a great job of picking that up immediately. He had Matt Schrader and Tim Erickson in on the play.
Second down and 10 now at the 26 of the Otters. Clock stopped with 3:54 remaining in the ball game. Fergus Falls led 7-0 after one. 14-0 at the half. Doubled that at the end of 3 to make it 28-0, and it is now 42-0. Ben Brimhall has thrown 2 passes for touchdowns and ran 2 in. Pass is caught and gained to about the 20 or 17-yard line by Blair, who was able to get away from the first impact from Matt Schrader and pick up some additional yards.
But then he paid the price.
Yeah, I don't have any trouble remembering anyway. 3rd down and 2 here as Cloquet comes up at the 18-yard line. Battaglia looking to throw. Dumps it off. It's caught. 1st down to the 10-yard line. And ahead to the 5-yard line before being dropped. That pass caught by Dave Nemi, who has been playing some defensive end tonight, but that's the first time that I've seen him on offense.
He came out of the backfield and just was out here in the flats and caught the ball and was able to avoid the first rush of tacklers and got into that defensive secondary. Then about 5 Otters came up with the tackle.
It's a 12-yard gain. The ball down at the 6-yard line now, and the time ticking down to the 3-minute mark. And Cloquet would love to get some points on the board and come out of here with something positive to take into next week. Battaglia hands it off, and he didn't hand it off. He kept the ball, and he's going to take it in for the score.
Went to the little dive option, fake to the dive back, and then Battaglia, he just kept it and was able to squirt into the end zone.
And that 11-play, 80-yard scoring drive, capped by that 6-yard run by Battaglia. First points of the night for Cloquet, and it is 42-6 now with 2 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the football game, and they'll try to kick for the extra point here. Willie Warren, the kickoff man, and kicked off to start the game but hasn't been out there since, will attempt the extra point, and it is wide to the left, so the kick is no good. And with 2:49 left in the game, the Otters lead Cloquet 42-6. And right here at the Fergus Falls football field, it is 42-6. The Otters have the lead over Cloquet. And the Otters will get the ball back here on offense. A long delay here for some reason.
Well, you got a lot of substituting, and this is a great chance to get kids into the game, and the officials are being very patient with it.
Well, it is for the kids, remember, an opportunity to compete. Boy, you've got a lot of kids playing football, don't you, in middle school? And
yes, we do. Our numbers are up big time, and we're very happy with that. It does present some problems in terms of trying to get kids playing time, but we all deal with that.
Here's the return from the 13-yard line. It is Arneson, and Arneson is tackled, and a nice open field tackle made there by DJ Sloan.
Sloan really came up, broke through the blocking scheme, and got him by the ankles.
Now look at that, Raj. 5'4", 135. He made a nice tackle.
He certainly did.
Ball on the 27-yard line as the Otters come out with Brandon Goltz leading the offense. 2 minutes, 44 seconds remaining. And the Otters leading 42-6. And on first down, the ball is ripped away by Battaglia, who comes up with a fumble recovery. Brandon Osland, or was it Scheidecker? One of the two.
Yeah. The ball. He was running with it, and Battaglia, being a senior and whatnot, just took it right out of his hands. I guess that with 42-6 the score, what's he doing in there?
That's a good question. Yeah, that is a good question.
He's your franchise.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a real good question, Raj. So, Battaglia,
get him out of there. He's back in there on offense now.
Well, add the stats maybe. I don't know.
Add the stats.
24-yard line. Battaglia rolling right, and he will throw up the sideline. He has his man, and it's caught at the 6-yard line. Mike Johnson is out of bounds. That is an 18-yard gain. And with 2:32 to go, Cloquet is threatening to add another touchdown here.
Good passing route. We had some pretty decent pressure from the Otters, but when you have your first team in against your second team, sometimes there's a mismatch.
So it's first down and goal at the 6-yard line. 2:32 left in the ball game. 42-6, the Otters have the lead. Battaglia takes the snap. And he fakes the handoff. He's rolling on the option. He'll pitch it out, and Johnson will break one tackle, but they will push him back after he penetrates the 5-yard line and gets to about the 3.
Good job of stringing that out. Naturally, you'd like to have your defensive end put a hit on the quarterback right away, but they were smart enough to just bring it to the sideline.
2.5 minutes left in the ball game. We have a personal foul against the Otters. I didn't see what happened there.
I didn't either. There's a pole in the way, and it's on the far side of the field, and my eyesight isn't what it used to be.
Yeah, ditto on all that. Okay, so it's first down and goal. Now the Otters have taken a timeout here. 2 minutes and 20 down and goal. And Battaglia takes the snap. He's going to throw, and the pass is caught, and it will be a touchdown. And it's Lindner, the tight end, the 1-yard touchdown pass.
Lindner stayed in the block for just a moment, and then he slipped out here into the flat. Wide open, little toss and catch, and they get another 6 points on the board.
1-yard pass from Battaglia. And now the extra point attempt. They missed on the kick on the last touchdown, so they're going to go for 2 here. 2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. I formation. And Battaglia will take the snap and look to throw, and he fires to the end zone. Oh, it's almost picked off by Titus Christensen. So they fail once again to convert after the touchdown. And with 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the ball game, the score now is the Otters 42. Yeah, I like
Whoever did that scheduling is awesome.
They really are. I'm assuming it was done, but
you're right.
Yeah, okay. But next year I suppose we're on the road all those weeks. That's how it goes usually. Short kick picked up at the 17 on the run by, is it Hoppinen? Yep, out over the 25, 35 to the 36 or 37-yard line. So the Otters go to work on their own 37-yard line with 2:19 to go and a 30-point lead. And a dominant effort tonight, and I know we've said it many times that the Otters have just clicked on all cylinders. They've looked extremely good all over the field tonight, Raj. And
there hasn't been any weakness in their game tonight.
Backs are split, receiver wide to the right side. Otters just need to hold on to the ball now. Scheidecker takes a handoff from Goltz. He brings it over the 40 out to about the 43-yard line for a gain of 7.
Good piece of running by Mr. Scheidecker. Fergus is coming in with some more recruits. I see Andy Waddle coming in, and I see number 31, Mike Hannon coming in, and I see Matt Price, number 37, into the game.
Second down at about 4. Minute 50 remaining in the ball game. We'll recap the scoring for you and our statistics on the post-game report. Name our quality player of the game, too. Big hole off the left side, and Matt Price takes it all the way to the 45-yard line, and he'll pick up 12 on his first varsity carry.
Oh, nice job of blocking by that line. We have number 9, Dustin Wynn, coming in. Number 24, Matt Johnson, in the game.
Otter first down at the Cloquet 45-yard line. Minute and a half to go now. Backs are split. Goltz under center on first down. He'll hand the ball off, and it's Dustin Wynn to about the 41 for a gain of 4. Now Brandon threw a touchdown pass in the B game earlier this week.
Yeah, that was an exciting game against Albany. It was, what was it, 8 seconds left?
Yeah.
And the Otters ended up, of course, Mr. Braxton kicked the extra point to provide the win.
Now the handoff to Scheidecker, and he'll get the first down as he takes it all the way to the 30-yard line, and that's an 11-yard gain.
Nice run by Scheidecker. Left halfback takes it up over that right side, and he shows a little bit of speed and quickness.
I'm trying to remember, Raj, who caught that touchdown pass in that game. Do you remember?
Matt Johnson.
Matt Johnson did.
Yeah, right at the shoelaces.
All right.
He had to go down and dig it out of the dirt, and there's no question it was a catch, and exciting finish.
45 seconds left here. We're not going to have an exciting finish here, but it's been an exciting night for Otter fans and for the Otter team. Off the right side on the handoff, and a tough to bring him down off that right side as the ball was carried by Wadle, and he gets about 4 or 5 yards.
Well, these kids are having a little bit of fun right now. They have an opponent on the other side of the line that's equal to their skill, and with 15 seconds left, we might have seen the last play.
I think you're right. Down under 10 now, and the Otters are not going to come out of the huddle. They have just picked up their 3rd straight win impressively against the Lumberjacks of Cloquet. Otters 42, Cloquet 12. Roger and I will be back with our post-game report in 2 minutes.
At Taco John's, we don't call our super potato olays super for nothing. They start with a super serving of our crispy golden potato olays. Taco John's super potato olays really are super. In fact, some folks even call them super spuds. But that's a whole nother story.
There's a whole lot of Mexican going on at Taco John's.
Toyota Camry. Test drive a new or used Camry and find out for yourself why the Camry is #1. Over 2.5 million Camrys have been produced at their Kentucky plant since it opened in 1988. Look through the selection at Quality Toyota, your best price dealer every day with their no-hassle price in the windshield. That's Quality Toyota.